What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host, Chris, and it's time we talk a little bit about the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So in today's video, there will be spoilers. If you haven't seen the Holiday Special and you don't want spoilers, you should probably click away now. If, however, you've seen it or you don't care, welcome to the video for you. Now, this is a special kind of show. It is a Marvel Studios special presentation. It is a James Gunn episode, absolutely. It's short, but it has some vital pieces of information for the upcoming Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. So, those details, we need to discuss them because they were subtle. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other daily uploads happening here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those are in the description down below. While I have you, go ahead and comment. What did you think about Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special? Is it an A, B, C? Scale it from 1 through 10. Tell me what your favorite color was. I don't know. Let me know what you thought about it. Rate it however you do down below. So, there were a few things. Did you catch them? Very important details that were minimally dropped. One relatively important, and we can start off with that. Mantis is Quill's sister. This is an important detail. Now, for the holiday special, it was a very important detail because she wanted to do something nice for Quill for Christmas because they're related. And this was a really cool little add-in. Not something that was necessarily expected, but that was really the whole point. Hey, Mantis is related to Quill. She's been holding in this secret because she's scared that Quill would be scared of her or think she were evil because she came from Ego, and Mantis is a very pure character. And it was really fun to see Mantis kind of spotlight in this episode because in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, she had some really funny, haha, cute moments with Drax. But we didn't really dive into her a whole lot other than she's a really cute addition. She's a really fun character with this kind of mentality that makes her and Drax complement each other very well, which they also lean on during this series or during this special. And apart from that, this is the direction that we have with Mantis. So we get a lot of time to kind of get to know Mantis beyond that simplicity. And we do see she wants to do something for Quill. She ends up telling Quill, hey, we're related. What is this really going to mean moving forward? One would say doesn't mean anything other than it'll make it really, really sad if Mantis dies for Quill. It'll give him something else to lose. That is potentially an option there. But I'm going to go further to say that maybe there will be a way for Quill to relearn or regain his celestial powers from Ego that he supposedly may or may not have. It's a little blurry whether or not he does in fact still carry those powers because it was seemingly assumed that he lost them when Ego died, when he killed Ego, that the powers of all being inside of him, those are gone. So maybe with some type of device or some type of weird Marvel voodoo that's going to make it work, this is how Ego is going to be reborn in Quill, specifically the powers, the abilities that are there. So that's one of the thoughts that I really have. Why is this going to be an important bit of information outside of Mantis wants to do something nice for Quill? Well, there's your connecting detail. The possibility of giving us a cemented reason as to how Quill got his powers back that he subtly had, because he isn't just human, he's half god. And that could be important moving forward depending on what information really gets given to us in Volume 3. The other really important detail, and this one was much and far more subtle, was that the Guardians of the Galaxy bought Knowhere from the Collector. And that they're working on making it a nice little place for people to habitat. All the toxic sludge, all the different things that were going on from the brain of the Celestial, which is what Knowhere is. It's the skull of this massive Celestial, and it's floating out in space. Guardians of the Galaxy bought it. That definitely has to have some type of implication for Volume 3. Because the assumed assumption, since Cosmo is now kind of part of the gang, Cosmo's running around hanging out, and it was really fun to see Rocket and Cosmo kind of interacting, but potentially they bought all of the Collector's items as well, since Cosmo was one of the items, if you recall. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, we saw Cosmo inside one of the cages as an Easter egg, but now maybe as an important character being added into the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I'll refer to them as that. They were really, really fun to see the way they communicate, and they still have those dog features, obviously. The collar that allows her to talk with Rocket, and Rocket and her giving each other sass and having a lot of fun with that. And it will be interesting overall to see how this character is going to evolve as a Guardian of the Galaxy. But the implication also is that maybe they bought all of the collector's toys and goodies as well as purchasing Knowhere. I guess it wasn't really ever confirmed whether or not the collector owned Knowhere, but he definitely seemed to be in charge of everything that was going on there, from all of the illegal blacklist trading to the harvesting of the different fluids and things going on inside the skull. All of that was being cleaned up by the Guardians of the Galaxy. They purchased it and maybe everything, including Cosmo, on this little location in Knowhere. So that could have some very important effects moving forward as well. Overall, those were the details. Those were the hidden little things that I was able to pull out. There might be more, and we'll find out as the weeks go, because there are a lot of very, very, very keen-eyed fans out there. That's you guys. And feel free to let me know in the comment section anything you may have noticed. I'll dive deeper into it. But those were the 2 big points. James Gunn said 100% you need to have seen the holiday special in order to understand what's going up in Volume 3. Now there's a possibility that he's just trying to push the views, trying to get more people to check out the holiday special. But I don't think that was necessarily a requirement, because it was a fun special on its own. Many have called it an instant holiday classic because it is a really fun spin on Earth Christmas. These aliens and creatures and people from outer space who don't know anything about Santa Claus or Christmas or whatsoever, trying to describe it to Quill in the very beginning. That was very Guardians of the Galaxy humor-esque, James Gunn-esque, and it was very well put together. It was very funny, and I really enjoyed all of that. But then going to Earth, capturing Kevin Bacon to be a present, and making fun of actors, and all very, very fun. Very, very well put together, crafted, and they even snuck in those little Easter eggs about Mantis and about Knowhere. We got to meet Cosmo, introduced to the gang, and we saw Groot, who we should also talk about this, I guess, since we're here. James Gunn has said on Twitter is not the same Groot as the Groot we knew in Groot 1. It's a different Groot. He actually said that this Groot is the son of the Groot we knew in Guardians of the Galaxy, which is an interesting point. And yes, in the comics, they all have a hive mind, and they're all one Groot, kind of like the symbiotes. Now they all have a hive mind and they connect, but there are also different symbiotes. So yeah, they have a hive mind, but different personalities, different creatures. So it would make perfect sense to say that Groot was the father of this Groot, biologically speaking. Rocket is the real father, let's be honest. But it's a different Groot. So when we do grow up to full Groot, when that Groot becomes not adolescent Groot with the weird face and the full body, might have a different personality, different abilities, different capabilities than the Groot we saw in the first Guardians. So that was an interesting little revelation to come from James Gunn as well. And maybe that was part of what he wanted us to learn from the holiday special, and we didn't really quite understand that, so he went on and further explained it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a cool end to Phase 4. Phase 5 is next. It's going to get bigger and crazier. I know a lot of people were overwhelmed or underwhelmed, really, by what came in Phase 4. So much happening, but no real results. It was a massive building phase. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for what they're going to reveal. Thunderbolts, Captain America, Loki Season 2, Agatha House of Harkness, and so many other really cool titles coming our way. So let me know what you're most excited for in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought about Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. I'll be sure to catch you guys on the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.